Hi, my name is Mike Edwards and I'm the lead developer on the GlassMapper project. And in this video I'm going to show you some work I've been doing with the Sitecore 7 Search API to allow you to use the Search API with GlassMapper. So in this demo I have a very simple search page and it allows you to find things that might be nice for me to buy. So if we search for something like Daytona, we get back a search result from a Lucene index that just details the name of the item and a small abstract. So if we look at Sitecore, and see how this item is made up, we can see here I've got a short abstract, the price, some body text and an image. And so in my Lucene index I'm actually storing this field and the price field as well. So if we look at the code behind this, you can see here I have a very simple product class. It has a an attribute from the new Search API, and you can see here I'm carrying out a very simple search just to return whatever is contained in the query string, just to make sure it contains some value there. On the front end, I just iterate through the set of results and then just print out the values that come back. So one of the problems is I have my search results here, but I want to actually add the image from Sitecore from this image field. Now the problem is I can't actually push that image field into Lucene, so actually I need to go back to Sitecore and pull it from the Sitecore database. But obviously I don't really want to do this with too much code, so this is where Glass can really help. So the first thing is we need to update the search configuration. So within the standard Lucene search configuration we have this index document property mapper, and by default it uses this default Lucene document type mapper. So we're going to actually update that to use the Glass one. So we take that. And now we're using the Glass Lucene document type mapper. So let's save that. Next thing we need to do is update the product model. And we're actually going to make it have a property that contains the ID of the item that the search result relates to. Now the ID of a item is stored in the path field. So let's call it ID. And then at the end of this list of properties I'm also going to add an image field, which is going to use the Glass image class, and this is going to pull the image from Sitecore. Okay, so I've added these two properties, that's all I need to do there. And then on my search page I can just render the image out like so. So let's just compile that. Go back to our search page. Okay. So let's search for Daytona again. Okay, so we get the image back and we get the abstract back. So the image is actually being pulled from the Sitecore database, and this abstract is being pulled from the Lucene search index. And the same again with this image for the Microsoft Surface is coming from the database, and the abstract is coming from the Lucene index. So what's happening behind the covers? Well, let's put a breakpoint in there. We've got one already, and let's attach to the process. So if we search for this again, if you look at the results set returned, you actually see that you get a castle proxy returned instead of a product type. Glass uses this proxy to wrap the results returned by Lucene and then map any fields that haven't been mapped by Lucene. So in this case, abstract, ID, name and price will have all come from Lucene, and then Glass will have kicked in and mapped this final field called image. It's important to note that that image field actually isn't mapped until it's requested, so it does it lazily. So this also has some other advantages. If we just hit continue, let's stop debugging at the moment. It allows us to actually use the page editor with models that are used through the search API. So let's make this image field editable. So first off, let's check it hasn't broken our search results. So we still got our image here, but let's open that page in the page editor. Okay. Excellent, so we can now edit that image. But that field was already being pulled from Sitecore. So let's say I want to edit the value here that's being returned by the Lucene search index. So I actually want to edit the corresponding field within Sitecore. Well, that's no more difficult. Just come to the abstract field here. Let's take this value out here. Okay, so we can change the image here using the page editor, and now we can actually enter some more text here. So we've entered some new text there. Let's update that image as well. Okay, and let's save those changes. Excellent, so our image has been updated in Sitecore, and you can also see that this value has also been updated. So this is great, so now we can actually use the new Sitecore 7 search API to mix data from within Sitecore and from within the search service, as well as make it function with the page editor. Now there's still some work to do. I have to make it sort of fully releasable code, and also need to look at integrating it with Solar, but hopefully within the next few weeks we will have a fully working and released version of this that you can use with your Sitecore 7 solutions. Thanks for listening, and any comments or feedbacks, please leave them in the comment section at the bottom of the page. Thank you.